Hi guys, my name is Sonja and I'm an art teacher. And so I wanted to share some fun art activities that you guys can do at home using stuff around your house or things that you can easily get at the grocery store. So the first project that I am going to share with you guys is one of my favorites called marker foil prints. And so let's get to it. Okay, so let's talk about what you guys need for this project. First, grab a sheet of plain white paper. Heavy drawing paper works really well for this, but if you don't have any, this is just a sheet of copy paper that I grabbed from my computer. That can work as well. Next, grab, if you have any, grab some markers, washable markers that you have. I just typically use Crayola or Mr. Sketch in lots of different colors. And also drawing, when we draw whatever we want to draw for our foil print, I use a Sharpie. It needs to be permanent. If you want to start with pencil and then copy over with a Sharpie or something permanent, that works great. Then you need a piece of tin foil that is about the size of your sheet of paper. And then lastly, if you have a spray bottle with water in it, that is going to be needed. If you don't have a spray bottle, what I do is I just get a cup of water and kind of dip my fingers in it and kind of spray little bits of water with the cup of water. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is draw on our paper what we want to have when we put our marker foil printing on it. So really you can do anything, whatever you like to draw. My suggestion would be to just make sure that whatever it is, it fills up the paper. So the ones that I showed you earlier, I had drawn a sketch of a dog. I kind of did a self-portrait of myself. But what I was thinking for this one is, since we have Easter coming up really soon, why don't we do an Easter bunny? So I'll just kind of take you through the steps of that. Again, you don't have to do the Easter bunny, but you can do whatever you want. So what I like to do for a bunny is in the middle of my paper, a little bit lower than the middle, I'll start with the head. Okay, and then bunnies, a lot of bunnies have really large ears. So I'm going to the corners of my paper, do 2 large ears, and I'll also put in the middle of the ears. Okay. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put a body down here. And then, okay, let's do the eyes. So I'm gonna start with 2 circles for the eyes. And I like to put a little bit of a reflection spot, and then I'll fill in the rest of the eye with my Sharpie. Then if you want to go ahead and add some details, I might do some surprised expression there, and maybe I'll add some eyelashes. Okay, so now let's go ahead and do a nose, kind of like an upside down triangle. And I think I'm gonna put a little bit of a reflection on that too. And then I'm gonna do the rest of the mouth here. And we gotta have a little bit of a tooth for the Easter bunny. So I'll kind of do a square coming out there and a line. Oh, and whiskers, can't forget whiskers. Okay, we are ready for our foil print. Okay, so I've put my drawing aside and I brought my foil out, and now I'm gonna take my markers and I'm gonna fill up this sheet of tin foil with marker. So you can do this a lot of different ways. Sometimes kids like to do stripes across their paper. Sometimes what I like to do is with one color, I kind of draw little blob shapes and I color in with that color. So the trick is to this is make sure that you don't leave what I call peekaboo spots, because we really want that marker to transfer over to our paper really well. And if we leave peekaboo spots, then it's not gonna be as thick on the paper. So I switch colors. I can use whatever colors I want as long as the whole foil is really full. So I'm gonna keep doing this one. This might take a little bit, and until I have this whole foil full of color. So as you can see here, I've now filled up my entire foil with patches of color. There's not a lot of peekaboo spots, so now we get to it. I'm so excited. So if you have a spray bottle, get that out. If you don't, get your fingers ready with your cup of water, and you are going to spray across all of that marker. Doesn't take a ton, but get it nice and damp. If you're doing the cup of water, just kind of flick with your fingers across all that marker, and then get your drawing, flip it over on top of the marker, line it up where you want it, and use your hand to smooth the back side of that drawing. If you're using copy paper, be really gentle because that water is going to soak into it. And then once you rub it down, it's time to reveal. So gently peel it up off of the foil, push the foil to the side, and there's your marker print. Super fun. I hope you guys have a really fun time doing this if you try it at home, and we'd love to see what you guys create. Thanks for joining me.